Today some people have asked me to make this video, and I'm making this video because it might be useful for everyone, including yourself, your friends, your loved ones, your relatives, or anyone that could also get blessed getting this information from you through me. Today what I want to talk about is the process of getting biometrics done. The process of getting biometrics done. Okay, so let me start. Once I've applied for visa, once I've applied, maybe visiting visa, maybe student visa, maybe permanent residents, even maybe asylum seekers and the likes, you have applied, you get to a stage where they will ask for your biometrics collection. This biometrics, we're talking about your individual identity features to identify you as an individual, like your face, like your thumbprints and what have you, like your height, I think your weight and the likes. Okay, so the embassy is going to collect your biometrics details to identify, and I think biometric capturing, once you have done it, it's valid for 10 years. You don't need to do another one again until the next 10 years if you have not achieved what you want to achieve. If you have achieved what you want to achieve, you don't need to do a biometrics again for relocation. What I mean is that in that 10 years you can get permanent residence, you can become a citizen in that 10 years. You don't need it again. In that 10 years you can be a visitor, then become a permanent resident and be a citizen of Canada in that 10 years. In that 10 years you can be a student, become a permanent resident, become a citizen in that 10 years. You can be a visitor, coming and going from your country to Canada, back to your country. In that 10 years, you don't need any other biometrics done. Whichever case you are in, whichever category you are in, while you're applying for your visa, you get to a point where they will ask you to pay for biometrics. The amount also varies from permanent residence to study permits to visiting and the likes. So in your application, you will see the amount there, and then you'll be asked to pay. I think credit card or whichever way that it is. Once you have paid, you get a confirmation letter stating that you have paid for your biometrics, and they will tell you the next step, which is where to go. That letter, biometrics instruction letter. Biometrics instruction letter, you will print that letter. It has your personal details, application ID and other details, your phone, the full name and the stuff like that. You print that copy. I will advise you to print 2 copies of it. I mean your biometric instruction letter. After that, I will advise you that you make a photocopy of your passport data page. What I mean by the passport data page is where your data is in your passport. That page where your photo and your details are across the first sheet on your passport. Make 2 photocopies each. You will go with it, the photocopies. You go with your original passport as well for the biometrics capturing. I think we are together. Okay, you also need to apply to book appointments at the biometric center that you have chosen. Now let me talk about it. If you are from Nigeria, where I come from, I think as of today there are 2 biometrics collection center in Nigeria. One is in Abuja, one is in Lagos. The one in Lagos is at Lekki, maybe phase 1, Lekki in Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, so you go, before you take your capturing, you need to book appointments with them. Don't forget, you are not the only one. You are not the only one that is planning to travel. There are many people. So you can't just go there and say, I want to do capturing now. You have to book appointments. I'll talk about that as well. These things are done from the comfort of your home. Take your phone, take your laptop, and then you will check the biometric collection center near me, or whichever one it is. So if you are close to Abuja, if you are close to Lagos, whichever way it is, you go on and then you book appointments online with them. Look very well at the date, the day, and the time that you have chosen for your appointment. You can pick anyone that suits you, that is available. You will see those ones that are available and the one that is not available. For the one that is available, you pick whichever one you think it suits you. Please, the instruction is there. You must be there at least 30 minutes before the time you have selected. So you have to plan it very, very, very well. I would advise you to be there an hour before. I'll tell you my experience in the course of this video. If you've not followed my handle, please follow my Facebook handle at Stelimandi, my YouTube page at Stelimandi. Please like, subscribe, and share. Don't hoard this information like I also don't hoard any information. I know it will be useful for everyone making a trial, because I believe there is no crime in trying, even if it is slow. Just don't give up. Continue trying. So get the address very well. You print out the appointment confirmation letter as well. Once you book your appointment, a letter will be sent to your mail, your email. So you book, you print out that one as well, probably 2 copies. Okay, so now you'll find the one that is closer to you so that I can get the address. I mean the biometric collection center that is closer to you, so that I can get the exact address as it is. Don't forget, if you have henna on your palm and everything, you have to take it off at the time you are going for your biometrics collection. If you have temporary injuries, cuts or cracks on your fingers, make sure it heals before you book appointment. If you're someone that wears light color clothes, you are advised to avoid wearing light color clothes and headgears. You're advised to avoid wearing it. But on religious matters, I think, yeah, they allow headgears on religious purposes only. But you make sure that your face and your ears and other features are showing. They are always showing when you are taking the biometrics. They will instruct you on how to do it, no problem. But they want the face and other features on the face to be clear as possible, and then your thumb, your finger, your biometrics as it is. Now, I want to tell you some things about my experience where I went to collect my biometrics, or submit my biometrics in Nigeria, Lagos. And the reason I'm making this video is because somebody had a similar experience last week, and then advised me to inform people about it so that they will not fall victims. I didn't know. I didn't know that the practice still exists. So when the person told me last week, and I was recounting my own experience as well, the person now felt I was scammed. They took this amount of money from me. If I had known, sorry about that. That is gone. But then I want to share this experience to help everybody. Okay, so if you stop at I'm not conversant with Lagos and it's been a while, you stop at the bus stop of that Lekki gate. You just go straight by your whichever way. You see the gate of the estate. There's an estate gate. You go straight. You see a turning by the left, and then just immediately after that turning, you will see the building of the VFS there. And then at the entrance, you will see security people. You see many people outside. The scamming part is this: if your documents are with you, I mean your passport, international passport, your 2 copies of your passport page, 2 copies of your biometric instruction letter, 2 copies of your appointment letter, maybe a pen, a biro, a clear bag, and a few things, or maybe this alone. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. If there's anything else I omitted, I'm going to put it under this video. Okay, so you don't need anything else. But when you get to that venue, you will see 1,001 people. 1,001 people advertising their products or services to you, either openly or subtly. Don't fall for them. You will see miscreants, and I'm using the word. You will see them trying to persuade or force you to do things that you don't need or you don't want to do. You will see them telling you that your passport page that you have printed, if they ask you and you say you have printed it, they will let you know it is only colored passport page that they are collecting. It's a lie. If you have the privilege of printing colored data page for your passport, no problem. But even if it is black and white, there is no problem. It should just be clear. They will come and lie to you because they want to sell their market. And they will tell you, they won't take black and white from you, sister, brother. Come and print colored. This, my friend, that told me about our experience last week, was charged 1,000 naira to print a photocopy. Photocopy, not printing. Photocopy of a data page of passports. I think colored, or maybe not, and you will need 2. Someone said they collected like 8,000 naira from him, another person entirely. So that money, I think you can add it up to what you want to use to buy yam flour, to what you want to use to buy gari to bring to Canada, and giving some people when you can make the copies yourself. A clear bag, I think somebody said they sold it for 500 naira or maybe 450 naira. Clear bag. Okay? Pen. You need some of these things, but you need to know those documents you need to bring along with you so that those people will not scam you, because you cannot find anywhere else you can do all those photocopy or printing or buying, if not in that neighborhood, and it's the same amount of money. Okay, so sometimes they even want to fight you. Sometimes they even abuse you, that you don't want them to eat, that you're not patronizing them. When you tell them I have everything, they will still want to pick a quarrel with you. And there are many there. Many of them, you know, like you're in the market, they'll be dragging you, come to me, come to me. I say, I don't need anything. They would even ask you, please check your appointment time. Are you sure I can help you with this? Nobody can help you there. You are there on your own. So talking about the time, I would advise you are there 1 hour before the time. Though in the letter, they will tell you 30 minutes before the time. The day I was supposed to have my biometrics captured, I went there with my husband. Was supposed to be at 2:30, I think, p.m. So I felt that if I leave my house very, very early in Ibadan, I was going to meet up. So we left very early. But on getting to maybe Lackwell, somewhere side, there was a terrible traffic. And for like 2 hours we were there. It was so bad that we had to come down. Everybody came down from the bus. And we didn't know it was still a far journey. Then people were taking, only bikes was the solution. There was a terrible traffic. I think maybe the road was spoiled and accidents are terrible. We were on bike. I never did this in my life for like 2.5 hours, I think. Because the bike man was also taking this opposite lane and risking of life. Do you know, at the end of everything, we got there 15 minutes to the time of our entrance. We were not allowed to enter. 15 minutes. They actually said 30 minutes to that time. We got there 15 minutes and they were still checked. They just checked those who were around 2:30, I think. I think 2:30 or maybe 2 o'clock. And then we begged, persuaded. They said our 30 minutes grace has gone. The time is for other people in other places. We were not the only one. That's the funniest part. Some people came from was it Cotonou? I think so. Cotonou that day. And then the woman was begging for a child that wanted to come maybe for studies, I don't know, you know. And then, yeah, that time it was during fasting, Muslim fasting. And that it was after they did the midnight prayers and eating, that they set out from whatever place they were, and then they came here. They were also, they didn't meet up that time because they started checking people in. at that time. There was another woman, she was really angry. She came with securities and everything. We begged them, nothing. Camera everywhere. One of them was even saying that the other staff that allowed people last time on compassionate ground was retrenched of his position, of his work. So everybody is scared. Do you know one thing? We traveled as well as other people up to like 4 o'clock till they were about closing. We did not have the privilege of taking our biometrics that day, so we had to all go back to our houses. All go back. We traveled back and got home in deep nights, and then after 24 hours you can book again. So the other time, no mistake again, we had to sleep over in Lagos, and we got there like 2 hours earlier. They've not even opened the following morning. I think it's supposed to be start at 9 o'clock. We were there like 7 o'clock, and then the whole Lekki, you know, people were just waking up, people were just going to their businesses, shops are just opening. They were not even there. You had to wait and wait and wait, which was better. I've told everyone that I know, and I'm still telling you, don't ever make the mistake of thinking I will go very early that day and I will make it. No. Even if they will not charge you again for the second one, the risk of life, the money you have spent, the time, the disappointment, it doesn't worth it. Okay, I need to add that children's biometrics are not taken. So it's only adults above 18 years and above that are needed for the biometrics. Whichever way, after the biometrics, I think some days or a week, the result will be out, and in your emails you will get an email for that, and other processes will follow. Don't fall for people that would be dragging your clothes and telling you this document and it is compulsory, you have a photocopy, and then you pay duly or highly for it. If you calculate the amount of money, the photocopy of this, photocopy of that, or 1,000 naira each, you might be paying up to 12,000 if you are not very careful. Your passport is very, very important. At the point after the biometrics confirmation and the information, they will ask you to submit for visa, to submit your passport, and yeah, for visa. And then let me add, after your biometrics, while in the course of collecting your biometrics that day, you'll be given a form, or I think a form in two, a form in duplicate, I think so, or maybe just one. It has details, information in it, where you need to put your name, your address, your signature, I don't know if phone number is there, or email address, and other things like that. You'll be given a copy of it. I think you'll be given a yellow slip. I can't really remember now, or maybe it depends on the route you are coming in to Canada. I don't know of other countries. And there's those documents, you must keep them very well, because you need to attach them to your passport while sending it for visa. So that's why I said, let me share this message to every one of us. Let us know the process of collecting biometrics. If you are at the verge of submitting your biometrics, I congratulate every one of you who have gotten to that stage, and I believe that your your relocation to Canada or any country of your choice will be a very, very smooth one. Like I said, I am not a recruitment agent, I am not an immigration agent. I only have information, and I can guide you based on my experience and knowledge. Please like, share, comment, and reach out to me if you need any further information. And if you don't subscribe to my Facebook page or YouTube page, please try and do so for more, to encourage me for more content. I'm trying all I can. I'm trying to overcome camera shyness, but this information I have within me is always pushing me to always want to give you people details of information that will be helpful to you. Bye.